Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for joining me on the latest episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. This is a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, upcoming indie gaming hits, and many more cool things I find to be in the same realm of business and creative ventures. Like always, first and foremost, a huge thanks goes to my Patreon supporters who really and truly make this podcast possible. Without your continuous and generous monthly donations, I would not be able to make podcasts like this and probably would have quit a long time ago. Instead, I'm keeping on, and this is episode 273, and it is all about an upcoming indie game that I really and truly believe has all that it takes to become a indie gaming hit. What is this game? Well, it's simply called Minesweeper, and it's made by Sova Games. I had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure to try it out when it was in development, and it's basically a twist on the classic game of Minesweeper, but it also includes some endless rogue-lite elements and gameplay functionalities. All of this might sound weird, but it actually plays incredibly well and is incredibly appealing. What is more important is that the game is having a lot of traction in the gaming community. If you go and search for it, you'll find there's a lot of let's plays, there's a lot of content related to the game and from the game which didn't even come out. It's going to come out on Steam. It's not presently in a particular moment of development when we know the precise release date. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be distant in the future, the same release date. But even now it has loads of fans, and I'm talking thousands, who already wishlisted and who are eagerly waiting for the game to come out. Why is it important? Well, because it once again shows the game and the concept that there is so much to be found, used and applied in established, tried out gaming concepts that are then revamped, remodeled, recreated, reimagined to provide something new, something engaging, and something really exciting. One of the best examples of that principle, in my view, is the game of Solitarica. It's basically a twist on the solitaire process of gaming with cards or playing games with cards, but that is reskinned in this case in an RPG. So is Minesweeper. It's a Minesweeper that is reskinned in rogue-lite gameplay, with both passive and active powers and a lot more elements that are not just sensible and interesting and applicable in this concept, but also very much visually appealing and provide that kind of uniformed, wholesome process of gaming that all indie hits simply have to have. Otherwise, whatever your strong suit is, it's not going to be strong enough to compensate for other weak elements. Minesweeper is not a game like that. Instead, it has all that you need to have an indie hit. Now, of course, we're not talking about a huge hit in terms of global reach and whatnot, but for the indie community, having in mind that this is the first game from Sova Games and the ability of Sova Games to continue making new games, this could be the perfect release that the same team can imagine. And for good reason, because Minesweeper, yes, simply is just that good. So please check out the link in the description below if you're into game design, if you're into indie games, either as a gamer, player, or as a developer. This is a great example. And you should basically study it and check it out, or simply enjoy it. Check out the link in the description below, go to the Minesweeper page on Steam and wishlist the game, help it get even more traction and publicity, share it across your social media, and make sure that you can help in turning Minesweeper into a game that not only looks like a hit, but actually becomes a hit when it comes out. It deserves a lot more than that. That's all for this episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. Thanks so much for being here, thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate that you're around my channel, and if you'd like to support me further, please check out my Patreon page, please check out my channel memberships, check out my books on Amazon, including my best-selling book that can help you overcome procrastination. But the cheapest, easiest, fastest way to support me? Well, just subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, and be here for my new clips, in this case my new podcast episodes. Thanks a lot again for being here, thanks a lot for listening and watching, even though there's not much to watch actually. Thanks a lot for checking out Minesweeper on Steam, and have a great day, have a great week, and I'll talk to you in precisely 7 days from now. Until then, bye bye.